there's one particular note when it comes to this wallet that makes or breaks this product, and no one talks about it, but I'm gonna show you what it is today. What's up, everybody? Peter McKinnon here. Welcome back to yet another video. I felt compelled to make this. As odd and niche and eclectic this topic might be, I felt compelled. Alas, here we are. Gathered here today. New iPhone season is upon us. This is the hot topic right now, but this isn't what I'm talking about today. No, I'm talking about the little accessory that goes with this today. And we all know these. This is the MagSafe Apple Wallet. It has Find My, all these different features. But there's one particular note when it comes to this wallet that makes or breaks this product. And no one talks about it, but I'm gonna show you what it is today. I swear my desk gets messier with every video that comes out. Like in 3 months from now, this pile it'll just keep growing. I'll just be eyes. It'll be like the Home Improvement show back in the 90s. I'll just be the dude behind the fence. That's it. Wild reference. I haven't had enough water. Now, it doesn't just stop at the Apple Wallet. This goes for all wallets, but it's a crucial detail that tells me if this is good or if this is bad. For the rest of your life, the first thing you will check is what I'm gonna show you. It's the first thing you'll do. You won't ever be able to unsee this, so I apologize in advance. The fine woven wallet. This isn't leather, to be quite honest. I have no idea what this is. It feels good. It'll likely get quite dirty. I'm glad I have a navy blue one, bit of a theme today. But generally, I've been a fan of these. There have been different phases and times throughout the last few years that I've swapped to this and back. But I feel like now, in 2025, there's never been a more relevant time to use something like this. With the limited use of actually needing to carry cards anymore, I feel like the wallet is going to be something that is eventually extinct. Now, this is near and dear to my heart because I was a leather craftsman and spent many years and many hours fine-tuning and hand stitching wallets. I've still got a lot of friends that do it, and it is a beautiful craft and takes a lot of effort. So there's things I look for when it comes to products like this that most other people wouldn't. You've got the passion behind it, plus the experience of actually making products like this with my own hands. Those things make me look at certain details. All right, so let's go ahead and unbox this. That's it. It's very smooth. It's exactly the same as any other Apple Wallet you've felt, touched, seen in the wild for the last however many years. The fine woven texture is different. It's nice. It does feel quite high quality. I think it'll probably be pretty susceptible to scratching. Time will tell. I'll post some updates on this, maybe on Threads, over the next few months if it survives. But generally speaking, it's made very well. Now, I think you can fit between 3 and 4 cards in this comfortably. I don't have many more than that. I have my license, 2 credit cards, and that's all I carry. I probably wouldn't jam 5 cards in this. You might be able to, but the thing with wallets is they kind of have a memory. Most fabrics or materials like this that are stitched and sewn together, once you jam 5 cards in there, it's gonna hold that form and hold that shape, meaning if you ever try to go 4, 3, 2, 1, anything like that, they will always fall out. You will only ever be able to have 5 cards in this wallet moving forward. So when it comes to things like this, I only ever put the absolute minimum inside so that I protect the integrity of the shape and don't stretch it too far that there's just no going back. So from the perspective of an ex-leather craftsman, I will tell you right off the start, the edge paint on this wallet is top notch. It is equally bit as good as any designer wallet I've ever seen. We're talking any kind of Louis Vuitton, Bottega Veneta, YSL, any of those massively overpriced card carriers, Goyard. I've seen them all. The edge paint on this wallet holds up to all of those and then some. That's pass number 1. I took the sticker off this, but I haven't even taken this. This still has the paper on it. That's next. It's actually a great pairing. It's a great color. The orange and blue, big fan of that. The magnet seems to be great. Looks like it's got kind of connection in 2 spots, so it'll probably fall off the phone less than it did when it first came out, the very first time we ever saw these wallets. A very thin profile. The Find My feature is nice in case you do lose your wallet. I've never been someone to lose my wallet, but being in how little I carry it with me now, I have been losing it more because I've been leaving it in more places. I would say 8 out of 10 times that I'm supposed to have my wallet with me, I don't. All my cards are on my Apple Wallet as it is. I can tap to pay when it comes to paying for gas, at a restaurant, small transactions, boarding passes. Most of the things that I need a wallet for are already digitized in my phone. If I'm gonna carry cash, I typically keep it in my hat, or one of my hats. Besides cash, I keep a playing card in my hat. I used to keep it in my wallet, but again, easier here. less things in the pocket, in the wallet. And you know what? I won't even cut the camera from this point on, but think of a card, any card. Not the Joker, those are weird and they don't count. Think of any card in the deck. I've got short sleeves, nothing's in my hand. I'm going to grab this card. You'll see very, very clean. Keep that card you're thinking of in mind. Now, before I pull this out, I'm gonna let you change your mind if you want. Okay, it's locked in. That is the only card in this hat. I'm gonna put this over here. You're thinking of it. For the first time, I want you to say it out loud right now. Nailed it. Every time, it works every time. Never miss, never miss, no, never. I've won many drinks that way. I got your card in my hat. Guaranteed. I didn't say I had all of them. I'll see myself out. All of that to say, 3 cards in here is plenty. And even with that, I still don't need this all the time. Here's the detail that will make or break a wallet. Quite literally and figuratively, look for this detail when you buy something. Most wallets have multiple pockets. When you stitch a wallet, the machine is gonna stitch over that wallet edge, along the pocket, continuing around the whole thing depending on the design. But one of the things that you can look for is if you're stitching a wallet and you didn't plan your stitch line right, or you didn't start it in the right spot, or you didn't measure out your pieces or pattern ahead of time well enough, that stitch isn't going to fall evenly over the seam where the pocket starts and ends. And to show you this, I need a macro lens. Okay, bear with me here. I'm gonna try and focus this in real time as I show you that particular stitch that you wanna look for. It's right here. I'll hold it as steady as I can. Wait for it. That one. That stitch straddling that pocket edge is exactly what you want to see. Ooh, look, can we get closer? Can we get closer? Yes. There it is. That is the stitch. So you have your pocket and your main body. The stitch should straddle the main body over the pocket edge cleanly. A lot of times you'll see someone who's just stitched and hammered that needle right through the edge and it splits the pocket. That stitch is holding that pocket on tightly. Stitching is the first part of a wallet that's gonna compromise the integrity. It's gonna start falling apart. If that particular stitch, that's the most important stitch, that's also where you would back stitch something. That means you're gonna go over the pocket and back to. Then it's usually cut, tied off, and burned. And that's gonna reinforce the stress point, which is right here on this wallet, on any wallet. So if you've not taken care and you've split that stress point with the needle straight down the edge and not minded actually sewing over the pocket to secure it perfectly, that's the first place it's gonna break, okay? That's the same reason that I made these wallets with my friend Michael Strickland. These are Pete's Pirate Life wallets. We haven't launched them yet, but there's no stitching on this at all. It's just one piece of leather. There's no stress point on this. It's just seamless. This will last you forever, unless you put it through the wash. Ask me how I know. Leather is tanned in water first, but washing machine with soap and other things can be bad for leather. You can condition it, but we're getting too deep here. That stitch is the first thing I look for in any wallet to see if it was nicely made. Not the video you probably thought you'd see today. A little super niche deep dive into the very intricacies of an Apple MagSafe fine woven wallet. But again, here we are. I'm Peter McKinnon, and we get into things on this channel. I guess woven is the name of the game here because you've also got these new cases called tech woven cases. And this feels like the same kind of material, but a little more rugged, a little more rigid. This feels like it could withstand getting beat up outdoors way better than this could. So that's interesting to me when you would pair them together, that you have a more sensitive material here on top of the more rigid material here. I would love to actually see the MagSafe wallet made with this tech woven material. I think that would be probably a way better option. Stronger, kind of feels like Kevlar. I think that would probably be a better pairing if it was the other way around. But I have had a fine woven case when they came out with them a few years ago, and it did not last very long at all, which is probably why this is now called tech woven. So hopefully, maybe one day, we'll get to see that on the wallet. There you have it. From someone that used to be deep into the world of leathercraft, that, in my opinion, is a great quality product. All right, up next, the iPhone 17 Pro.